We all love a good deal, right? Well, welcome to Get Indie Gaming and to the first of a new weekly series where we trawl through the most important and popular online stores and take you through our top 5 indie games currently on sale. Up first, and with a huge discount of 40% off its usual price, Blasphemous is currently listed on the Nintendo eShop at $14.99 US, the same in euros, although for any Brits out there, it's currently as low as $11.99. We reviewed this one back when it first came out in September of last year, and while at the time it didn't entirely rub us up completely the right way, there's no denying its exquisite pixel art and soundtrack are some of the best looking and sounding you'll find in any game of recent years. It certainly isn't, however, one for everybody. It's hyper-grisly, it's ultra-violent, and has themes and motifs some people will find somewhat distasteful, all wrapped together within a lore that's laid as thickly as cold treacle. It does, however, shine with a combat-heavy gameplay, where the combos and finishing execution moves all feel pretty darn solid and nicely meaty. As with any other hack-and-slash Metroidvania, you're able to upgrade your character as you progress by way of finding religious relics, rosary beads and prayers which give you an extra edge in your fight against eternal damnation. If you missed Blasphemous first time around and want to take advantage of this offer on the eShop, you'd better be quick as it's currently listed to end February 9th, the day this video goes to air. Up now at number 4, currently with a sale price of 80% off its usual RRP on both the UK and US Microsoft Xbox stores, Kona is an action-adventure game with survival elements where you step into the shoes of a private detective to explore an odd and strange things going on sort of thing within a northern Canadian town. For something so very scripted, playing Kona really feels like it's actually fairly wide open. By this, we mean in how you're free to explore and generally take in your surroundings, mostly as you see fit. That said, it does use subtle signposting in making sure you take the path best suited for the overall narrative, or at least that's how it feels, aided by a sublime narration which every so often over-explains things perhaps a little too much, and while not offering or delivering the same punch on many levels as, say, Firewatch, one of its contemporaries, at under $3 US or £2.50 in the UK, this feels almost a steal. At this week's number 3, Children of Mortar is currently for sale via Steam and the Nintendo eShop for just over $15 US and euros, with it also coming under 13 UK pounds. This is a 30% or so saving on its usual price. Released towards the tail end of last year, it feels this one went way under the radar, with it getting lost amongst the other heavy hitters that came out at around the same time. You take control of up to 6 playable characters, all members of the Bergerson family of adventure warriors who take on an evil force known as the Corruption. You pull all this off by delving into procedurally generated dungeons and seeing away hordes of nasties, with each of them ending in a boss fight which opens up a new area of the game. In between runs, you find out more about the family and their backstory in what's really quite a strong overall narrative offering. Each family member has their own specific traits and abilities, more of which are unlocked with points you earn during each run. You're also able to find money and loot within the dungeons to use on upgrades, which are shared among the family members. Such benefits here include more health, taking less damage, and so on and so forth. In a nice little touch, player characters can become tired and less able to cope with the demands of the game. This forces you to swap them out for other family members, which keeps things fresh and encourages you to experiment with the family members' different abilities. At times the combat can feel a little button mashy, although the ranged attacks in particular are enjoyable to pull off. If you missed Children of Mortar first time around and are curious to find out more, the current offer is expected to end on February the 20th. Up now at number 2 and currently selling for 88% off on the UK e-store for £1.49, that's down from its usual £11.99. Death Squared is a pleasantly charming co-op and multiplayer game from SMG Studios based out of Sydney, Australia. While it came out around the summertime of 2017, it's lost none of its fun and the game that honestly feels and plays better the more you pick it up. The local co-op is the main one for us here at Get Indie Gaming, although from time to time we have dabbled with playing randoms online. The community around it feels pretty darn cool to boot. Now there is a single player, although in the years we've played this, with all the spiky explosive traps about the place, we've fired this part of the game up perhaps less than 5 times. While Death Squared is available to play on mobiles and all the usual consoles, at the time this video goes out, this awesome saving is only to be had and found on the Nintendo Switch. At number 1, and the deal of the week we'd most recommend to friends and family and you, dear viewers, is Bloodstained Ritual of the Night, whereby you can pick this up on the PlayStation Store with a saving of 40% in the US and Europe and 45% in the UK. For those new to this, or as a quick memory jog, Ritual of the Night is the spiritual successor of Castlevania Symphony of the Night, a game that for many ranks as one of the best ever made. Now, if you're already of this type of viewpoint, then you probably have this sitting away in your PlayStation 4 already. But if you haven't, then why is it worth getting hold of in this sale, which is scheduled to end on or around February 20th? Well, to be honest, one of the best things I can say about Ritual of the Night comes from its overall atmosphere and not just how good it all looks and sounds, but how the combat and overall tactical elements have been drawn together. The writing is top-notch all the way through, and all in it just feels so very polished, right up until the very end when some players might consider it a little bit too grindy for its own good. With around 15 to 20 or so hours of gameplay, and plenty of Easter eggs and treasures to find, it's well worth coming back once the end credits have rolled. If you haven't already done so, go grab this bargain while you still can. It's one of the best Metroidvania games you can play on any system today. Many thanks to you all for watching us here at Get Indie Gaming. Please let us know what you think of this as a new series in the comments and by clicking that big old like button. If you haven't subbed, then now's an awesome time to do so, and with PAX East just around the corner, there's still plenty to come from us this February 2020. We look forward to seeing you all here again soon for more indie game videos.